Hola, buenos días, soy Nico.
Clock it. You waited till we left. Clock it. Snuck in here. Clock it. Went through our stuff. Clock it. Stole the phone. Clock it. Downloaded the Text Now app. Clock it. Made a number. Clock it. Text whoever you wanted to text. Clock it. Deleted it. Clock it. Then they called the next day. Clock it. Like, come on, bro. Don't make it.
And today we're here to continue another rainy, wonderful week's worth of content. Well, yes, I woke up and it was currently pouring and cold outside, so I threw on my new jacket that has an interesting story that I won't get into on this channel. But if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive videos, weekly live streams, to be a part of the live streams where we have multifaceted conversations with a varied panel depending on the week. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in. And the Patreon exclusive for last week was essentially Fat Cat coming out to say he did not believe people that were on EBT should be able to access junk food with said allotted money, and that even though he receives EBT as well, he also has expendable income, so whenever he wants junk food, he can simply pull out his card and pay for it with his thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars that he's gotten from OnlyFans. And then people begin to point out, wait, isn't that fraud? And it continued to spiral from there. But if that's interesting to you, definitely check it out on Patreon. But now let's get on to the actual story. Y'all hoes gotta make up shit to convince yourselves that I'm not that bitch. Nico, it's rare that I come online and I'm like, okay, what is it now? Like, let me just clear this out, but let's just get this over with. Essentially, this is going to be over 2 videos that I did, I want to say recently, like within the last 2 months, and it's just because 2 of the people involved are online adding me, one of them daily, so I figured I would just address it all right here. So we're going to start off with Musclebackking, and then we will get to Arquez, because that's a whole can of worms. Musclebackking, I'm sorry for the original video calling him Musclebackking, it's Musclebackking. His page is back up, and since the video has been up, he has basically been spiraling on Twitter saying that he refuses to post more content. He's going to send out various links and codes if people can report my page and get my channel and my video taken down, but it didn't happen. Nico, what do you mean? First and foremost, Musclebackking, or Leslie, I'm just going to call you Leslie since that's your alleged name. First, you came online and already spoke about the court case that you got into and how you had assault charges. You came online and talked about that, first and foremost. Then the story came out on Discord and I covered it saying this is what the person said happened. From there, I have provided public court documents, which is not illegal and or breaks guidelines. From there, your mugshot was attached to the public court documents. And you want to know how I can say that I believe that that's you? I'm going to say allegedly, and I believe that that's you because as soon as the video went up, you began to harass me and other commentators in the YouTube comments from your public YouTube account, which has a profile picture, which is Leslie from the mugshot. Nico, it's rare that I have to sit down and go, girl, are you serious? So first and foremost, you told on yourself. Secondly, he then continued to spiral for like 2 weeks, basically posting about me nonstop and blocking and harassing anybody that questioned any of the contradictions within his story, because when this video originally came up, he then went online to spiral and say, yeah, y'all exposed the best muscle coochie this side of Houston, da 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 da. And when people are like, didn't you come online and own it? He said, I was just trolling. Y'all can't take me saying that this is what happened as me saying this is what happened. And then from there, he continued to spiral trying to get people to report my page. And what I want y'all to understand is when you upload on YouTube, there is an algorithm that goes through your video first and foremost to make sure that it is allowed on YouTube, so there's no copyright infringement. Secondly, they go through your video deeply to see if you are eligible for monetization, which I am because I do not break guidelines. Third, the reports that you were trying to falsely do didn't go anywhere because once again, even if the algorithm skips it, if I ask for a manual review, someone sits down and looks at my video and sees that there is no breaking of community guidelines. So once again, I understand that you're upset that you're allegedly being exposed, but you coming online and first and foremost harassing me and confirming that it's you with a profile picture, but then secondly going online and say me and the young fellow are teaming together to file litigation against Nicosaesthetics and I need y'all support. Donate to my GoFundMe. You didn't get the donations, love. You didn't get the what are you going to sue me about? That's like suing the news because I didn't add anything to the story. I said, this is what's being said. This is a public court document. Boom, bam. That is that simple. And people begin to ask, if that's not really you, why do you care so much? And then you would just get flippant at the mouth. It's like, girl, clearly it's possibly you. I understand that you're upset that you possibly got a court case because you beat down on somebody for not being as large as you expected. But that has nothing to do with me, and me covering this story is not illegal or against community guidelines. So you can continue to spiral online if you wish, but honestly, you're drawing more attention to it because after he went on like a 7-day spiral and I did not respond because I see everything that's posted, I'm just choosing not to respond because I'm not going back and forth with a stranger on the internet. He deleted his entire page and then came back and said, I'm back with content, even though you said you wouldn't post content again until my page and my video was taken down. So that's such an interesting development you've had. So yeah, once again, nothing against you. I did not know you existed before this. Honestly, the whole DL thing in a shiesty, not making a noise while you're getting pounded out by monsters that would normally make the biggest hole cry. Girl, I have nothing to tell you, but I don't know. Whatever's going on in your life, I pray you find peace, but let me move over to Arquez. So Arquez recently posted that first, I'm an F slur. Second, that he would smack me with his PP or his hand because I am kind of cute, but I'm fat. And when I get some abs and stop being fat, I can address him. And somebody commented, Nico has abs. And he said, no, he doesn't. He's fat. So this is me yesterday. This is me like a month ago. Like, I'm going to post the videos here because I'm in the gym every day. So what I want to say about Arquez in particular, you threatening to file a lawsuit against me really holds no ground for the fact that all the things that you do are extremely public. I don't have to say allegedly. I don't have to misconstrue. I don't misconstrue in general, but I know a lot of people like to believe I do. Your situation with DZ where y'all were, Fight Club for money, girl, that is public knowledge. I still have videos that went viral of y'all beating down on each other that I just never published for the sole fact that, girl, I have nothing to add on this. This is... Stop! Oh, don't fucking let them do. Grab him! Grab him! Okay, you're not strong. Stop! They're gonna stop.
They go right. This is what they do. Like what?
It's that simple. It's like I don't have anything to add to the story, but me talking about how first and foremost you went back for more. Secondly, that you continuously went back and tried to monetize this as some kind of show on Bigo. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And this is not me having some secret ulterior motive to try to sleep with you, because if you did not know, I covered it on Patreon about 3 months ago. Arquez slid in my DMs, I think in like September. Like he slid in my DMs and was like, oh, you didn't have to troll me if you wanted some pipe. You could have just said that. You kind of cute. And I'm like, I appreciate the compliment, Arquez, but there is no universe where I would willingly touch you in a super happy adult fun time manner in the great year of 2025. For the sole fact that first, you are a Trump supporter. Secondly, you have a violent history. Thirdly, girl, I don't know what's going on in your life, but that energy is erratic. I don't want nothing to do with that. So me covering situations that you put online to try to warn people about the dangers of DV and situations that you can get stuck in if you indulge in that kind of low vibrational behavior does not mean I secretly want to get at you. Especially because you asked to get at me and I ignored it because, girl, are you crazy? Like, Arquez in the early 2010s, maybe. You were cute, but you're still technically cute. It's just everything outside of your exterior is gross to me for the sole fact that, girl, I don't want to be in no DV situation. I don't want nobody that's going to go live and try to swing on me the first time we have a disagreement. I don't like to get belligerently drunk. That's just not my vibe. So Me addressing what you're doing does not mean that I secretly have a crush on you. Me addressing what you're publicly doing does not mean that I secretly have some form of resentment for you because I'm just so, big and bloated and jealous. I'm like, I hate it because y'all always come online with the same thing. You're broke, you're ugly, you're fat, you're jealous. When I have proven time and time again, I'm not broke, I'm not ugly, I'm not fat. I used to be fat, if that makes you feel better. Like, I was a chunky person growing up. I got bullied for it. So you trying to bully me and call me fat, even though I'm clearly not fat and I have abs, it does not bother me. It just doesn't. Sorry, this jacket got me sweating. It's actually very effective. But yeah, so when people come online and they're like, oh, you're just jealous and you're so big, I'm like, girl, you can have it. If that helps you sleep at night and not actually address the situations that you're putting yourself in and then putting on the internet, I will take the blame. I will be the lightning rod. But legally, there is nothing you in particular can do to me because I literally covered verbatim what you posted online. Musclebackking, same. Because all I said was this is the alleged story, and then you went and tattled on yourself by ranting online and commenting on your public profile with your picture on it. Like, I didn't do anything to you people, so you can continue to try to report my videos, but once again, I'm not breaking community guidelines, so it's not going down. I hope you know, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have a YouTube no more. I have some people that have a much more active following than the both of you that could probably have me mass reported, but if I'm not breaking guidelines, I'm not breaking guidelines. So with that being said, I hope you all have a beautiful middle of the week, and I will see you guys on Friday. How do you feel about performers every time they are addressed for doing something that's wrong and or criminal? They come out and basically say, oh, well, you're just ugly, broke, and jealous. What would I be jealous of in any of these scenarios? A man taking pipe in a shiesty? Like, why would I be jealous of either of those situations? But before I continue ranting, I'm going to leave the conversation with y'all, and I'm going to go about my day because I have to finish other more pressing matters than Arquez and Musclebackking, aka allegedly Leslie. But with that, I'll see you guys next time. Boop. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Malachi GM and PJ. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you to everyone who supports the channel. We're almost at 42K girlies. And this week's livestream discussion would be over would you expose the DL man? I know it's actually pretty ironic that this is the livestream discussion what I just talked about today, but that's not why it was set. But if that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.